Titanium's in the house. You know the rules, robots pink? You guys guess, I give some clues along the way. Glad you like the game, Telky, and here we go. Number 20, counting down toys that spark kids' imagination. This toy offered a glimpse into far-off places and pop culture moments. I don't know what it is yet. It required inserting circular reel to see the magic unfold. The images appeared three-dimensional, giving a sense of depth. There you go. Oh, not quite right, Rhombus. Doctor's much closer. There you go. Standing is even closer. Who knows the year that this was invented? Who knows the year that this was invented? The toy itself looked like binoculars, but with colorful scenes inside. You guys all have one of these? I definitely had one at one time. This one, and I don't know that we kept ours, but every time I go over to somebody's house that had one, I'd check it out for sure. Kids could explore the world through stereoscopic picture reels. Yeah. 1979. No, this is way back in the day. This is back in the day. This is the Viewmaster. You are correct. It is the Viewmaster. But this is all the way back 1939. How about that? Yeah, 1939. All right, this one's a little more modern, but still pretty old. This toy encouraged artistic expression through geometry. I know you can't tell what it is yet. It involved a series of plastic gears and colored pens. Kids could create intricate spiral and circular patterns. The designs resembled colorful, mesmerizing medallions. Anybody remember this? One of these. I was spoiled. No, but hang on to that. And Rhombus, you got the idea, but sure ain't the right answer. Stuart's in the house, and Stuart, you're close. You're close, but incorrect. The final creations looked like mathematical art on paper. And the name is critical to what this was. I'll tell you what, it was 1965 when it was invented, so a long time ago. You guys are all close. You're all close. How about spirograph? Spirograph. Does that sound familiar? Spirograph was initially created by a British engineer as a drafting tool. There you go. A British engineer. Okay, number 18. I think you'll know this one. 1964. This toy brought the thrill of a boxing ring into the living room. And it's like one of the few toys that actually work correctly. This thing worked great. Two plastic fighters were controlled by joysticks. The goal was to knock the opponent's head out, signaling defeat. Yeah. Let's see who's got the exact correct answer. Yeah, Doctor, we're gonna call that good enough. Standing, yeah, we're gonna call that answer close enough. It was an early form of interactive action-packed play, and I loved it, and it worked. You know, it's like one of those toys that seems like it might break or something, but no, man, it was tough. It worked a long time. Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Rock'em Sock'em Robots. 1964. The catchphrase, "You knocked my block off," became synonymous with the toy. That's right, the advertisers. Rock'em Sock'em robots. I like it. It's it worked. Oh, it's nice to have a toy that works. Now, I had this toy. This toy is way back, so I'm going to make you guess what year this toy was invented for sure. This building toy combined creativity with simple mechanics. Now, this picture might be a little deceiving, so try to interpret the picture. This is where the painting technique causes us some grief. The toy allowed kids to construct structures and machines. The possibilities ranged from simple shapes to complex contraptions. It consisted of wooden rods and spools that fit together. No, hang on to all those answers. They might be coming up later. But this was the first one. This is the original one. Had a cool name. Kind of rolls right off the tongue. It inspired young engineers with its modular design. Originally marketed as an educational toy, Blank were inspired by the concept of building a windmill. That's right. Building a windmill was like the first model that you were supposed to build. Let's see. Nobody's quite got it yet. Jen, it's close. So Erector Set came right after this. Erector Set is not in this group. This was Tinker Toys. Tinker Toys. That sound familiar? Tinker Toys. Believe it or not, 1914. 1914. All right. Now, I can't believe how old this one is either. If anybody can get the date on this one, that'd be great. It's going to be hard enough for you to get what it is, but gotta pay attention. Listen to the clues. This creative set involved repositional shapes and scenes. The pieces were made of colorful vinyl that clung to glossy black backgrounds. Kids could arrange and rearrange characters and objects in endless stories. This was cool. This was a very creative toy. It was like creating a scene on a stage over and over again. And it was surprisingly resilient. These little pieces of vinyl. And if you didn't have one, you may not know. The toy encouraged storytelling and imaginative play. All those answers are good answers, and they may come up later. This is not the Lite-Brite. This is not the Lite-Brite. This is something else. Little pieces of plastic that you arranged and rearranged. They fit on these templates. These black templates that you can take them off and then put them together. You can make scenes of things, right? Anybody remember the name? How about color forms? Color forms. That sound familiar to anybody? The first color form set was basic geometric shapes, but soon expanded to include popular cartoon characters. 1951. 1951. All right, I bet you know this one. This is from 1965. And this is similar to our political system. This game involved linking identical plastic pieces. Pieces were shaped like playful animals with long arms. So I think we're going to have to give you full credit for that, Rhombus. But your answer is not quite correct. Unless they sold it that way in Canada, maybe. It was slightly different. There you go, Standing. There you go. I guess I'm being kind of picky. The objective was to form a chain without breaking the link. A spill would leave the colorful primates scattered across the floor. The phrase "more fun than a barrel of monkeys" became literal with this toy. Rainbow! Not only rainbow, but rainbow star chime. And this was from 1965. Monkeys is correct. Very good. You guys got that one. Did everybody have that as a kid? I don't know if I had that one, but I definitely had friends that had it. All right, I had a few of these. A few of these. This drawing toy used mechanical controls to create pictures. It featured two knobs to move a stylus inside the screen. Who took theirs apart to figure out how it worked? And then it didn't work anymore. Who did that? Shaking the device erased the image. It was so cool, but you could do whatever, and then you shake it. So when your sister makes a masterpiece, you grab it and shake it. The screen displayed simple yet mesmerizing line art. You did that too, huh, Rainbow? Yeah, I sure did. It was invented in France and originally named L'Écran Magique. L'Écran Magique. It was later renamed for the US market. Yeah, good idea. Etch a Sketch. Etch a Sketch. All the way back in 1960. What do you mean? What do you mean Trump uses it? This is Elon's thing. This is all the Doge guys use that every day. That's their thing. Here we go. Chapter 13. I had this a couple times. This is pretty cool. This toy was squishy, stretchy, and oddly bouncy. It could copy images from newspapers when pressed against them. So like you had the funny pages and you used this stuff. It was like an early copier, mimeograph machine. Originally discovered by accident during World War II experiment. There you go. Everybody knows this one. Rhombus, rainbow, Irwin. Everybody's getting it. Oh, Stuart, a little off-color joke up there. Sorry, I missed that. Kids loved its gooey texture and endless play possibilities. Silly Putty was initially marketed as a novelty item before becoming a staple in toy stores. Who knows the year? Anybody know when Silly Putty was invented? Way back when. Back in the good old days. Back in nostalgia. This is all the way back in. Yeah, well, not that. Doctor, I know you saw some of those things were way back there. In 1950 for the Silly Putty. They discovered it after World War II. Something regarding World War II. Don't know what. All right, I know you guys know this. And then try to figure out what year these were invented. Because this is back a bit. This construction toy was inspired by American frontier architecture. The pieces were made of interlocking wooden logs. Kids can build cabins, forts, and more rustic structures. Yeah, who knows what these were called? The design was influenced by the log cabin of Abraham Lincoln's childhood. Okay, Rhombus and Doctor and Rainbow. Rainbow might have had it first. I think Rainbow had it first. We've got a few people in the house, so the answers are going along quickly. So if I mess up on who got it first, I apologize. It sparked a love for building an imaginative play. It was invented by John Lloyd Wright, son of the famous architect Frank Lloyd Wright. Did you know that? But guess how old all those guys are? What year did they invent the Lincoln Logs? Anybody know? Yeah, anybody know? Yeah, I loved Lincoln. I loved all those building toys, right? 1916. 1916. All right, now this is like the one toy on the list I don't think I either had or my friend had. It's maybe one of the most recent toys. I was too old for it. So, this toy paid tribute to a famous daredevil and stunt performer. The rider figure was dressed in patriotic red, white, and blue. The motorcycle could be wound up and released to perform jumps. Now, I have seen viral videos using this toy. Have you guys seen those? They're pretty cool. It was they set it to music and they make it jump through all kinds of weird stuff. It was designed to recreate famous stunts from real life events. And looks like Doctor might have had it, folks. There you go. And Erwin, you were pretty close on the Lincoln Logs. Close. Doctor had it first and Rhombus, Erwin, Stewart, standing. This is the Evel Knievel stunt cycle, of course. This was only 1973, so not quite as old a toy. The toy became so popular that it inspired a whole series of stunt-themed playsets. Yeah, because you could set up, the kids could set up jumps and stuff out in the driveway. Awesome. Very creative toy. There you go. Who knew? All right, I've seen this answer on the board a few times. This is a creative toy. So I need to know the toy, and then if you can, guess when this was invented. This toy combined creativity with colorful illumination. Now, I didn't originally have this toy. My friends had this toy. And when I go to their house, I just end up playing with their toy. Nobody'd ever see me. Was that a little bit autistic there? Maybe. It involved inserting small translucent pegs into a black grid. Once plugged in, the board would light up, revealing a colorful design. You are all correct. You're all correct. Rhombus? Doctor? And 72 is a good guess. It's a little older. Doctor's even closer. This was 1967. 1967. The toy became popular for its ability to make the light-up art, and vintage sets are still cherished by collectors today. There you go, Lite-Brite. That one looks like a modern version, right? With a flat. They used to have the giant box, right? The giant light box. They were huge. All right, we're down to number 9. This is one of my favorites. 3 tiny vehicles were designed for speed and stunts. Oh, these, not 3. These. That makes more sense. The cars often come with customizable tracks for racing. Loops, jumps, and racing competitions became a staple of play. They were die-cast metal, making them both durable and collectible. Yeah, now everybody knows. Rhombus, you're on top. You never had the Lite-Brite in England, Stuart? You poor devils over there. Did you have Hot Wheels? Hot Wheels are great. The original lineup of 16 cars, known as the Sweet 16, now I didn't know that, are highly sought after by collectors today. The Sweet 16. I remember the White Chaparral, my favorite. White Chaparral. The Doom Buggy was pretty cool too. Lime green Doom Buggy. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Time walks the talk. He definitely does. Hot Wheels, 1968. There you go. All right, the next one's not as fun, but it's on the list. Number 8. So apparently it was popular. These small egg-shaped toys had a catchy slogan about their balance. They were weighted at the bottom, causing them to always stand upright. Even if knocked over, they would bounce back up. The phrase, "they wobble, but they don't fall down," became famous. I don't know, it doesn't sound that cool. Yeah, you guys know this. You guys know this one. Stuart's got it first. Erwin, Rhombus. They wobble, but they don't fall down. The toy line included families, animals, and play sets. I guess I didn't have these. How sad. The resilient design made Weebles a hit for young children who loved their wobbling movement. Weeble wobbles, but they don't fall down. There you go. That's the proper way to say it, Rainbow. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. 1971. 1971. I'm not explaining it because I was in high school. So there you go. Probably wasn't playing with Weeble Wobbles anymore. We're down to number 7. All right, so these actually have a full name, but there's also a generic name for these. And these were invented all the way back in 1950s, to give you some. And they don't know exactly when. This classic building toy involves simple, sturdy pieces. The blocks came in various shapes like cubes, cylinders, and arches. They encouraged creativity through construction and imaginative play. Now, I gotta say, it was probably my favorite toy till I was, I don't know, junior high or something. This is not Legos. Not Duplo. I don't think Duplo existed yet. Not Legos. This is pre-Lego. Pre-Lego. Or I don't know if it's pre-Lego, but it's alternative to Lego for sure. Kids could build houses, castles, and anything they could dream up. The smooth, natural wood finish gave them a timeless appeal. Now, this is the thing. Yeah, they were little wood blocks. It's correct. They had the arch shape and the cylinders and the rectangles and the squares, and you could build anything, and you could build up pretty high, right? But then your little brother or sister would knock it all down. That was the favorite thing, right? Because they're all in little pieces, building blocks. So wood building blocks is the generic name, and they were actually called the Creative Playthings was the company. Creative Playthings wood building blocks. Learn something every day on Retro Rocket Live. All right, you guys all know this one. But what year was this invented? This toy had a mesmerizing, springy movement. It was made from a coil of metal, or later, it was made from plastic. I prefer the metal. Was the metal dangerous, maybe? I don't know why they switched. Maybe it's just cheaper. It could walk downstairs. That was the coolest thing, right? You have it walk down your stairs. It was originally developed as a tension spring for naval equipment. The simple motion of stretching and collapsing fascinated generations. Yes. Let's see. I don't know. You guys all got it, so I can't even tell. Erwin had it way up there. Looked like Erwin had it first. Erwin, Rhombus, Standing, Rainbow. Everybody. Yeah, Slinky. What year? Not 1932. A little after that. Tell you what, it was the same year that World War II ended. I don't know if there's any relationship. Maybe there was a relationship. They didn't need him in the Navy anymore. So they turned him into a toy. The Slinky's inventor, Richard James, was inspired when he saw a torsion spring fall and then walk on its own. There you go. That brings us down to number 5. Yeah, I had a bunch of Slinkies. That's something you buy again. I think I bought it for my kids. Yeah. Number 5. These rugged toys were built to withstand heavy-duty play. The vehicles were made of sturdy metal, perfect for outdoor use. The lineup included dump trucks, bulldozers, and cranes. Kids loved using them in sandboxes for realistic construction fun. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And everybody's getting it. Looks like maybe Rhombus had it first. Then the doctor, standing third or one. The brand became synonymous with tough, durable toy vehicles. Yes, it did. Now you can guess. Anybody got the guess for the year? Go for it. Yeah, so much fun with these, right? Originally manufactured in Minnesota, excuse me, the name Tonka is derived from Dakota Sioux, a Dakota Sioux word meaning big. So it's actually a Dakota Sioux word. Tonka trucks. How about that? You learn something every day on Retro Rocket Lot, don't you? Dakota Sioux, 1947. 1947. All right, we're down to the top 4. Top 4 creative toys, pre-1980. This toy originally required a real vegetable. Yeah, you only got the parts. You had to go to the store to get the main part. It came with various facial features and accessories that could be mixed and matched. The concept evolved to include a plastic potato body for safety. I don't know. What? Is it safer to have a plastic potato? Yeah. Oh, Rhombus. I think you got it. Slinky, right behind. Did you remember that you used to originally you had to have a real potato? That was the cool part. I had the set when you had to have a real potato. So that's how old I am. Kids could create endless funny faces by swapping out parts. Anybody want to guess the year? Mr. Potato Head. Mr. Potato Head was the first toy to be featured in a television commercial. There you go. Revolutionizing toy marketing. Yeah. Can you imagine trying to sell toys without TV? Can you imagine? Klaus Irwin, 1952. I guess you weren't that close. 1952. All right. Top 3. Top 3. This doll became a fashion icon and a reflection of changing styles. Initially released as a blonde, she soon became in various hair colors and outfits. The doll sparked imaginative play with career-themed outfits. Of course. Of course. Rainbow. Rhombus, thing. She was designed to represent an adult woman. Unlike most dolls of the time. Yeah, most dolls were made to be like little girls, right? Or even babies. Babies are little girls. This was an adult girl. Or at least a late teen. The brand's slogan famously slated, "You can be anything." Okay. Who knows the year that Barbie was first invented? Back their ways. Barbie's, did you know? How about Barbie's full name? Does anybody know Barbie's full name? She was created by somebody named Ruth Handler, and she was inspired by a German doll named Bild Lily. Margot Robbie. Believe it or not, Barbie's full name originally was Barbara Millicent Roberts. Okay. All right, number 2. I bet you know this. These colorful interlocking bricks can build anything a child can imagine. The name is derived from the Danish words "legot," meaning play well. The toy's versatility made it beloved by builders of all ages. From houses to spaceships, the only limit was imagination. And of course, what a franchise that is now, huh? That's unbelievable. The sets that you can buy to build these different things, unbelievable. Yeah, my grandson was way into the sets. Yeah, very good, very good. I think my father likes the sets as well. Anybody have a guess at the year? Lego, of course, is the answer. Lego started as a wooden toy company before transitioning to plastic bricks in the late 1940s. And it was invented in, who knows? Anybody? Hazard a guess? Take a stab at it. How about 1949? Unbelievable. Yeah, Denmark, Danish, right? 1910. Nothing's that old. All right, number 1, with a bullet, invented in 1964, marketed as an action figure rather than a doll. And I definitely had one of these. I definitely had one of these. Appealing to boys. The toy represented various branches of the military, including Army, Navy, and Air Force. Let's see. Rainbow. And then standing. Was it called in England? Maybe it was called something else. Because here in the United States, this is the G.I. Joe. It became the face of American heroism during the Cold War era. It's known as a real American hero. This figure defined the action toy genre. So anyway, Action Man in England, huh? That's cool. Kind of a cool name, Action Man. Yeah, wasn't G.I. Joe a Marine originally? Oh, I guess maybe he was Army, huh? The first G.I. Joe, was he Army? G.I. Joe's creation marked the beginning of the action figure.